So if you clicked on this video and you expected it to make sense, it won't. No, I was kidding. Thank y'all so much for 20,000 subscribers. I'm just gonna start off there with saying that I know that it has been a very crazy 2025, but if you're seeing this in 2026, we made it. We are back. They can't kill us, okay? We're bad stitches. They can't kill us, okay? It has been a crazy year, 2025. I learned a lot of lessons, and I will be talking about a whole bunch of different things throughout this video. If you are a new subscriber, or if this is your first time seeing me, what it do? It's your girl, the Sarah O. I make Sims content, I do beauty and lifestyle content, and just a whole bunch of things. So, you know, stay around. If you're an OG and you've been rocking with me for a minute, I love you. Welcome back. You know what to do. I want y'all to give me grace in this new year, 2026. I want y'all to give me grace when watching this video. I don't know everything. I will make mistakes in life. I'm human, but I want my little corner of the internet to be a safe space for me. I want it to be a safe space for you. And I want y'all to be able to be honest and real with me about the way you feel about things while keeping it respectful. I do have plans for other things outside of The Sims 4. I will not stop making Sims content. So if you're wondering, I don't know what I'm going to title this video, but if you're wondering based on the title, no, I am not going to stop making Sims content. But my channel will be evolving. My content across social media will be evolving. And I hope that you guys can evolve and grow with me while supporting me along the way and doing it respectfully, because I want this to be a respectful space. So yeah, I'll let y'all go ahead and watch the video. But if you haven't already, follow me on all my social media and hype this video up. Girl, hype it up. And yeah, let's get straight into it. Greetings and salutations, y'all. It's your girl, the Sarah O. Thank you for stopping by on this video. Y'all, we made it to 2026. Welcome to episode 1 of Fine Wine, where I essentially talk to y'all, and it's like a chit chat, get ready with me format. But typically I would have a glass of wine, but I'm starting off January like I did last year with a dry January. So I got some cranberry mango juice. No, it is not sponsored, but let's let that focus. Starting off with some cranberry mango, because you know Ocean Spray be passing cranberry around to everybody. And I'll be having a glass of cranberry juice for the sake of the theme of this series, because next time I'll actually have wine. But I want to test out and taste different wines this year. I've been so like locked in on my go-to wines, and I feel like it's time for me to grow up and drink other wines and like do a taste test with y'all. So yeah, if you've never had cran mango, get you some, pour a glass, sip on it while we chat about some things, because we have some things to discuss. So 2025, I am gonna be doing my makeup while I'm talking to y'all. So every product that I use, I will list it in the description box, because I'm not gonna be sitting here all day explaining to y'all what I'm doing and trying to talk, because I'm gonna get distracted. And I'm going out on a friend date. Yes, with one of my girls, homegirls. I'll talk about dating also. Wait, I have a list, y'all. I got a list on my phone, so I'm going to write that down so I don't forget. Got it down on the list. So let's get into it, because 2025 was honestly a very trying year for me. I don't feel like I got a chance to really express myself outside of Sims content, which is cute. You know, I love The Sims. That's what I've been primarily focused on making content for the last 5 years, I want to say, but maybe 4. What's this? 21? Yeah, 5 years as of this year. And you know, it's been great. It's been great. I feel like my content evolved a lot last year. And please don't take this to heart. If you're somebody who has left one of these comments, I still love you. I still love y'all. But the amount of people, and I'm gonna say it's happened, I'm gonna say I've gotten at least 30 comments last year of people being like, when are we gonna get more Sims content? When are we getting more content? When are we getting more content? When are we getting more content? And y'all, I did the math. So I got on my computer, I looked at my Patreon, I looked at my YouTube channel, I looked at my TikTok. I made close to 200 Sims videos, long form, short form, and that's not including, or that is including some of the 18 plus videos that I do for Patreon. That's not including the Sims families that I was releasing on Patreon. Like, that's just video format. There's only 365 days in a year. So for those of you who are like, oh, like, we need more Sims content, we're gonna get more Sims content, I'm gonna hold your hand when I tell you, hold your hand with the beauty blender in between. You're gonna get less Sims content this year. I know. Beat me up, drag me in the comments, I know. The reason for this is because when I originally made my YouTube channel was not about The Sims 4. It was about lifestyle and beauty. You can see that in like all of my social media platforms. It's like Beauty Life Sims. You can scroll to pretty much any of my social media, because I pretty much have all my videos from years previously on there, and you can see that I was not posting Sims content till around 2021, I want to say. 2021, 2022 is when I started posting my Sims 4 content. And I loved it when I first started, but a lot of people don't know that the reason I started posting Sims 4 content was because I was actually very sick at the time. Not just like COVID sick, but I had like some health issues that I will talk about in detail in another video. But I had to have 2 surgeries over the course of 2 years just to get my body back on track. And I think a lot of people think that like, yeah, you just started doing Sims content because like, yes, I love The Sims. Yes, I played The Sims. Literally, it'll be 20 years this year that I've been playing The Sims, which is crazy because the franchise is like 26 years old this year. So I've been playing The Sims since The Sims 1, like OG in The Sims game. And for me, The Sims was an escape so that I didn't have to appear on camera. I actually like being on camera. I like doing my makeup. I like, being in the spotlight or the ring light like I'm currently in. Like, I liked that. But I was just I didn't look good. Like, I was so skinny, y'all. Like, I know like the skinny trend is in or whatever, but being skinny does not mean that you're healthy. Being skinny does not mean that you're like, I don't know how many people told me when I was literally so sick, like there were like multiple instances where I could have died. The next day or like a week after like almost dying, they're like, you look amazing. Like, what diet are you on? Oh, I'm on a diet, okay? Like, I was dying. Like, I literally was fighting for my life. And so The Sims was an escape for me away from the reality of like my body fighting against me and me just trying to survive. So for anyone who is like, when it comes to The Sims, when it comes to the Sims community, which I'll talk about a little bit later, there is a plethora of reasons for why people create Sims content. There's a plethora of reasons for why people choose to do certain things. And so like, don't assume what people should and shouldn't do when it comes to, their Sims content, because everyone has a different reason for their Sims content. 2025 was a year where I learned a lot of lessons, not just as a content creator, but as a Black woman, a Black immigrant woman in America. A lot of you know that I'm Nigerian. You should know that. A lot of you may not know that I was born in Nigeria and immigrated to the States when I was very young. I am a US citizen. I'm a naturalized citizen, but this whole thing that's happening in America with the whole MAGA regime and, Trump, all that shit, it's honestly something that like is on my mind 24/7, because I remember the country that I grew up in, and this is like, it's still the same country. I'm not gonna hold y'all. America has been an imperialistic power for centuries, so we're not gonna act like I just can't believe. I can believe, but it's just like very jarring to see things like there are US citizens that are being deported, there are non-US citizens that are being deported, there are people being randomly kidnapped and disappeared, there are so many things happening within the US. Our tax dollars, the money that you're paying for basic groceries that are like 4 times more expensive a year later, are all going towards things that many of us do not support. And so it has been very frustrating. And I think 2025 was a year where I had to realize like, you can't save everybody. You can't do it all. Like you're just a girl. You're just a girl. I know that I'm gonna try to talk and do my eyebrows, but if I gotta clip it, y'all gonna see. But yeah, 2025, it taught me a lot about myself. It taught me a lot about my own professional goals and my content creating goals. Like y'all, I quit a toxic job. I did. I quit a job that I was at for 3.5 years, and I chose myself. Like, this was like a few months after getting a promotion that I should have gotten years previously, after they had let go of people and they were like, yeah, like, we're promoting you. And then when I asked, like, oh, like, when should I expect the pay increase? They're like, oh, we ain't budget for you to get that. We just wanted to tell you, like, you probably got promoted, so your reward for getting promoted is more work, the same pay, and like a thanks. So, you know, it's funny looking back at it, but it's actually very disrespectful because we're not gonna go all into the details. But yeah, I was one of the 300,000 Black women that left the workforce, or were forced out of the workforce, or was overworked and underpaid, whatever the hell, in 2025. And to know that, like, Black women in particular were the biggest percentage of people leaving the workforce or being fired from the workforce, and like having to go through that myself, especially as somebody, like, I typically don't quit a job without knowing what I'm gonna do next. Like, I'm very much like, I'm a planner. I don't like to leave things, you know, uncovered. I need to figure out, like, what is my game plan before I leave this place? And I didn't have one. I just knew that I didn't want to be waking up every morning and being worked for like 13 to 16 hours a day for no extra money. The emotional stress, the mental stress, like the financial stress, everything was just too much. And I left. And I honestly feel like that was one of the best decisions that I could have made in 2025. And I think I was forced with I had to come to terms with a lot of things in 2025, particularly when it came to work. Thank God at the end of 2025, not the very end, but towards the end of, you know, another hot girl summer, I did get a job with a company that I really enjoy working for. And, you know, now when it comes to work, I'm respected with the people that I work with. I'm surrounded by people who believe in the same things that I believe in. I can be myself 100% at work. And you know, if you know, as a Black woman in corporate America, we can't always be ourselves. You know, we're always asked to overperform and like do the most just to make everybody feel better. And I don't feel like I have to do that here. I feel like I can be honest about the way that I feel. And that's just like an amazing weight off of my shoulders, especially in this day and age where Black women in particular, just Black people, everybody, but a straight white man is under attack in this country. So yeah, but 2025, outside professional, y'all, I lost a lot of friends. They're not dead, they're just dead to me, you know. I had to let go of people that I had known for years. Like at the very beginning of the year, I had a friend that I was friends with literally for almost a decade. This girl tried to fight me. I don't know if I'm gonna ever actually tell y'all the story because it's like so past relevance at this point that it's not something that I really want to go into detail about. But that relationship is a relationship that I genuinely really cared for. I really cared for her and like wanted the best for her. And some of the things she said, I can't even call it an argument because she was just going off on me. But yeah, she was just going off on me and saying a lot of things that made me realize, like, I don't think she ever liked me. I don't think she ever actually stuck with me. And it really sucks because when you care for somebody and you've been friends with somebody for a while, like I literally known this girl since college, and they just say those things, like it makes you think like, what the hell have I been doing? You know, like sometimes I think that experience was the universe's way or God's way or Allah's way, whatever you believe in. It was a higher power's way of telling me it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter how you act. People will still assume that you have the worst intentions for them. And it really shook me because I wasn't expecting to hear any of those things that she said about me. None of those things were even a reflection of my character. And for somebody to have known me for almost 10 years of my life, a very, very traumatic 10 years of my life, and to, well, I should say 9 years, and to just like, whatever. Sometimes you think people know you and they don't. And sometimes you don't even know the people that you think that you know. That's something that I learned this year. And I unfortunately learned it the hard way. Like I didn't really understand, you know, I think they said this year was the year of the snake, and it was all this rebirth and growth. And y'all, I'm so surprised that these eyebrows are coming out. They're cousins. They're cousins, but I'll take it. Yeah, hold on. All right, I have to go ahead and put on some concealer because I was gonna keep on getting distracted. Anyways, so yeah, 2025 taught me a lot of lessons. Don't even remember where I left off because I was locked in. 2025 taught me a lot of lessons we'll be taking into 2026 with me, because I don't want to be in a position where I have to relearn these hard lessons because I didn't listen the first 3 times. Like, this is honestly not the first time people have been weird to me. I always end up in situations where people want to be friends with me and then they be weird. Like, it's like really odd, and I don't hold it against anyone. I just feel like in general, it's I don't know if it's like a karmic lesson that I gotta keep learning, but I don't want to learn that shit in 2026. I honestly really love the people that I'm still friends with. The people that I call friends that are in my life today are people who have been through the ringer, been through the test of time. And I really want to cultivate those friendships next year. To anyone who might want to be my new friend, it ain't happening. Like, I don't want no more new friends. I'm really gonna be honest about that. I've tried over, and I just feel like after a friendship heartbreaks, like I'm tired. So yeah, like 2026, no new friends, cultivating the relationships I already have. You are really gonna have to be somebody who's one of a kind, iconic, to be in my life moving forward, is to enter my life as a new friend moving forward, because I don't have it in me. I don't. And then being a content creator, because now I can't be like, I'm not a content creator or whatever. I'm far from considering myself an influencer, because I don't really think I influence people. If someone tells me, oh, I was influencing you, then I guess that makes me somewhat of an influencer. Let me drink my cranberry juice while I think about that. No, I'm still not going to consider myself an influencer. I'm going to go with content creator, because I like content. I like video. I like graphics. You know, I want to experiment with my content next year. I feel like The Sims is very limiting, and we might as well, let me move this up on my list, because this was further down, but let me move this up while I'm talking about content, and then while I'm talking about content in general. So, as many of you know, The Sims, or not The Sims, excuse me, EA has been bought out by, I don't know if it's the Saudi government, a Saudi Arabian based company. Y'all, I've seen so much information, not gonna pretend that I'm an expert on this, but they have been bought out by a very horrible country. America is also a horrible country, so you know, something like that happening is absolutely no shock to me. I was there back in the day for, like I said, I've been playing The Sims for 20 years. I was there back in the day for when Maxis got acquired by EA, and people were like, oh my God, EA is like a horrible company and they're sold for profit, and like pretty much everything that they said would happen happened. So like they kind of ate that. But I also think that for me, The Sims is something that I will always play. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to make content off of The Sims, because for me, I know someone's gonna be wondering, did you leave the EA Creator Network? Are you still in the EA Creator Network? I am still in the EA Creator Network. I am turning off my code. I was not making money from the EA Creator Network. Obviously, I can't do a full breakdown of like how much creators are paid, but y'all, it's not a lot. It's not a lot. It's really like nothing compared to, you know, I don't make, how do I want to say this without people like being in their feelings about it? Do I actually care? No, I don't make a livable wage from content creating yet. Speaking into existence. I have a 9-to-5. I have a salary job that I work 40 hours a week, sometimes more depending on things that come up. Content creating is something that I've always done as a hobby. It's never been like my core financial breadwinner, because I've always been working, aside for those few months that I wasn't last year because I had to quit a toxic work environment. For me, when it comes to content creating and when it comes to the Sims community, I am so proud of anyone who's made the hard choice. I don't think it was that hard. I don't know. It might be hard for some people who made the hard choice to leave the EA Creator Network. I 100% support anyone who chooses to leave, and I also support anyone who chooses to stay. I've never thought of the EA Creator Network as something that was gonna be like such a big gripe in the Sims community. Like, I think a lot of people just hate content creators. There is privilege that comes with content creating. I'm not gonna say like, oh, they just think that like it's so easy and Content creating is not easy. I don't know how many of y'all, if anybody else spent thousands of hours this year creating videos and responding to comments and creating tutorials and sharing things on social media, then you understand. But if you're not somebody who wakes up every day creating content and having to constantly be under the scrutiny of a very performative community sometimes, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, we all perform to a certain extent online. But I think that what I've seen in the Sims community in 2025 in particular just turned me off to wanting to be a core part of the Sims community. For the EA Creator Network in particular, I don't make money from it. I've literally not made a single penny from it besides getting free packs. So I guess if you like add that up, I don't get every free pack. Like, I don't like every pack that they give out. As somebody who's never paid for The Sims 4, because my friends and family just know how much I love it, so they gonna gift me like a gift card or buy me one of the packs. Like, that's just a thing that we do. I've never given my money to EA. Well, let me not say that, because I used to do giveaways on my Twitter prior to getting into the EA Creator Network. That was coming out of my paycheck. I would do giveaways. I would give away packs, expansion packs, stuff packs, kits, whatever, because I wanted other people who were in the Sims community who didn't have the financial means to be able to play with these games. Because obviously, yeah, we hate the Saudi government. Yeah, we hate the US government. Yeah, we hate pretty much most capitalistic governments, or just governments in general, in the world that are committing war crimes around the world. But I think in particular, The Sims is an escape. It's an escape for me. It's an escape for other people. I think, let me not say, stop saying I think. I know. I know for a lot of people, hearing this news about the buyout is honestly heartbreaking, and it is. Like, I don't want this company to be acquired by a terrible government. Aside from all the human rights violations and things that both Saudi Arabia and America are currently committing, it just sucks when we are unfortunately having to deal with the reality that these companies are for profit and they will always prioritize profit over people. What has been frustrating for me to see is people attacking creators, or creators attacking each other. I don't think it's like a moral high ground type of argument. I think that everyone is angry, rightfully so. I think everyone is frustrated, rightfully so, at the world, at the economy, at the reality that we have to face, that a game that we love is being taken advantage of in a, I don't know, political power struggle. Who knows what is going on, honestly. It's clear that it's not just about The Sims. And for me, I really want people to recognize that we are all individual people. There's no way that like what you're choosing to do in your life is the same thing that's gonna apply to somebody else's life. For me, staying in the EA Creator Network, y'all, I'm just trying to give y'all some free packs. I don't want to have to pay for them, not gonna lie. It will get to a point, you know, when the acquisition is fully done, like fully finished, where I will be leaving the EA Creator Network, because I don't want to be working for the Saudi Arabian government. I don't know how it's really gonna work, y'all. I really don't. That's not my, I don't work for EA. But I will be staying in the EA Creator Network solely to just continue to give y'all free packs. I don't know if that's the right decision. I don't know what you guys would want me to do, but it is my life and it is my choice. And so I hope that you guys can understand that respectfully. And if you don't, please block me. I think a lot of times people online forget that you can just block out what you don't want to hear instead of going on like a Twitter rant or posting shady stuff or like making a whole video about somebody that you don't like. Like, I've just seen so many weird things happening in these last couple of months since the acquisition. And I'm like, damn, a lot of people actually hate themselves. Like, and I'm not saying that to say like, you know, I don't know everybody, but if you love yourself enough, there are just certain things you're not gonna do. And it would take a lot for me to sit down and edit an entire video talking about someone else's video. Like, I'm not like a gossip blog or like the Shade Room or something. Like, I identify as a gamer who likes beauty and lifestyle content is what I'll be switching back to. But I just don't think that it makes any sense to kind of like, we should be angry at EA. We should be having this much smoke for EA. You know, I have seen Petitions, and I will be linking most of the petitions that I'm aware of currently in the Sims community in the description box, because I do think that it's important, like voting, signing, doing things that might actually show the people in charge that we don't want this to happen is the only thing that we can do right now. But I don't think arguing with each other and dragging other creators is really conducive to stopping what's already in the works. The paper is about to be signed. I don't know. They're saying 2027 is the year where it's gonna go into full effect. And it's frustrating. And I think a lot of people are like, I'm leaving the EA Creator Network, or like, I'm not going to share Sims content anymore because of this buyout. I completely understand. I completely support it. There's no right or wrong way. But for those people who are still going to play The Sims, I hope that there is a level of grace, because I want to say this news is only a couple months old as of January 2026 when I'm recording this video. And so to expect people to just immediately pivot away from content they've been making for years is A, unrealistic, B, unreasonable, C, a bit crazy, and D, just why? You know, like, just if you don't want to see people's Sims content anymore, I get it. Stop watching it. But it's like telling somebody, yeah, like, you've been making fitness content for years, or, you know, you've been supporting this brand for years and this stuff just happened. It's gonna take people time to pivot. And that's why for me, like I said, I'm in the EA Creator Network until this acquisition is in effect as of 2027, and I will be removing myself. While in the EA Creator Network, I am not planning to use my code to get any type of money from you know, because I think nothing. You do get a percentage as an EA creator being in the network for people to use your code, but turn that off. It should be off by the time of this video. We'll see. What comes in the EA Creator Network besides these packs and early access to certain gameplay is pretty much the only thing that I've gotten from EA since starting. I don't know if there's more like higher levels to it or whatever, but I haven't got any of that. I'm not getting any additional financial compensation for this game. And for me, I completely understand people who are like, I'm not gonna play The Sims anymore, or excuse me, I'm not gonna be in the EA Creator Network, but I'm still gonna play and create content playing The Sims 4. If you're creating content using The Sims 4, you are advertising for EA. I hate to say it like that, but it's the truth. If you're using The Sims 4 and that is how people are paying you, or you are using The Sims 4 for, I don't know, for Patreon, for YouTube, for Facebook, whatever platform you have that is monetized, you are still indirectly promoting for EA. And I think that was something that I had to also think about myself, because I did contemplate just completely leaving the network. But then I was like, oh wait, like, I still want to do giveaways, but I don't want to give y'all my money. I still want to get free packs, but I don't want to give y'all my money. So, you know, it's more so doing what you think is best for you. And I think that is in summary, because I was just yapping for a little bit there. That is my goal for 2026. I'm really not worried about the outrage that happens every 2 to 3 business days on Sim Twitter. Not gonna hold you. I actually hate is such a strong word. I actually strongly dislike the amount of YouTube channels that are created for the sole purpose of screenshotting tweets from Twitter, putting it on their YouTube channel, making it a monetized video, reading off people's tweets, and just talking badly about a game that they either don't play as often as the people making Sims content. Oh, let me say, that they either don't play, don't say anything good about, or don't make Sims content about. Like, if your channel is literally just video upon video of you dragging The Sims with no actual gameplay, then what are we doing here? Like, there are channels that are literally just dedicated to making videos about the drama that happens in the Sim community. And this is not shade. It may be taken as shade. Get your bag how you want to get your bag. As long as nobody's being hurt, I don't give a fuck. But I think that when it comes down to it, using that level, I feel like I'm a little light skinned for the winter, child. But I think that using your channel as, like, what's the word? A Sims gossip site? Like a Sims gossip site almost, and then dragging creators that are literally just playing the game and storytelling because they're like still supporting EA, but you are indirectly supporting EA by reporting the news on them. I don't know if that's right though. I don't know. know, y'all. I don't know everything, you know? I just feel like there's a lot of different ways that people make money off of The Sims. And I don't think that telling someone that making the money off The Sims one way is better than making it another way, you know? And I've just been seeing a lot of people just like attacking each other online. And I'm like, damn, y'all do know EA is still being bought out though. Like, what are we gonna do about that? Like, there has been no uniformity, no, what's the word I'm looking for? No organization around how we as simmers want to stop EA from being bought out. I haven't seen any reports about people buying less packs. I haven't seen anyone like, hey, let's strike and not buy the next expansion pack. I haven't seen any of those things. And that's been very frustrating because a lot of creators have been getting harassed for staying in the EA Creator Network. And I'm not gonna hold y'all. If y'all try to cuss me out, I'm gonna just block you because I got other things to do. And I think that creating a safe space online is the best way that you can stay sane. And so for me, I have a whole bunch of accounts muted on different platforms. I have a whole bunch of random people blocked. I don't even know why you blocked me, but I respect that. Let me block you back. Yeah, like, don't be afraid to block somebody. Don't be afraid to share your opinion as long as it's done respectfully. I'm more than open to, you know, my stars. Y'all can come in the comments, say how you feel, but I just feel like the disrespect and like talking to me like you crazy, but you wouldn't say something that you would say online to me in person. So just be mindful, be demure, because I don't want to cuss nobody out, but I will if I have to. And I think that is just the reality of being a content creator. You don't react, you don't care enough. You don't say nothing, you don't care enough. You do say something, you care too much. You do react, you shouldn't be reacting because you have more followers than them. I'm just like, damn, I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. So I'm just do what the fuck I want to do. That's my theme for 2026. Because I can. That's my theme for 2026. And that's the reality of being a content creator that I think I have been avoiding for so long because I have been so, ooh, shoot, my cranberry juice. Because I have been so stressed and overwhelmed with life outside of content that I have tried to avoid saying something or doing something that was gonna ruffle feathers. At this point, I could say nothing and still ruffle feathers. I could do nothing and still ruffle feathers. I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. My YouTube channel in particular is going to be a space where I will be honest about the things that I'm feeling. You know, I might post snippets here and there on TikTok, on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, YouTube. But for the most part, like, these longer form videos are gonna be places where I can just talk about how I'm feeling on any given week, any given month. I'm still not sure of the frequency of when I'll be posting these. I'm tired of being scared of y'all. Like, I low-key, I be having so much anxiety posting sometimes. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Like, I do have anxiety. You know, I'm a bad bitch and I got bad anxiety, like Megan said. But I don't want my anxiety to control my decision making in 2026. Like, everyone's trying to micromanage. Everyone is trying to like tell me what to do on a regular basis in my real life. And I just want my social media pages to be a place where I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. So follow me on that journey, okay? Next, past all the Sim stuff, because I don't want to be talking about that the whole time. 2026, my plans for content, like I said, I want to get back to my roots, y'all. Like, no offense, the Sims content, it's boring. It's boring to me. I realized, like, it's been a really long time since I've like locked in and watched people's Let's Plays, and like, you know, I've seen episodes here and there, but I am not interested in Sims content the way that I was when I first started sharing it out on my YouTube channel. And I don't want to just stop content creating because I'm bored. I want to expand the content that I'm doing so that I can continue making Sims content, because yes, I will continue to make Sims content on this channel. Even after I leave the EA Creator Network in 2027, I will still be making I will still be making Sims content on my YouTube channel. It will just not be the focus. Ever since I started my social media platforms, and if you don't follow me on social media already, like, follow me, they're linked below. But my other platforms were always supposed to be about beauty, lifestyle, and the Sims are supposed to be like last place in terms of frequency of posting. Like I said, I was sick and things happened, and I ended up having to, not having to, but I ended up needing to create Sims content because I just couldn't be on camera. Like, I was not feeling well, I was not looking well. And unfortunately, as a content creator, people are hypercritical of the way that you look. That's why so many Simmers hide behind pixels and like they don't show their face. Not to say they're not cute, because I don't know what most of these Simmers look like, but I do think there's an added layer of pressure that comes with being a Simmer that actually shows what you look like, because people are petty and childish and will like come at your looks because they think that'll hurt your feelings. But that's why when you're confident as me, no, I was kidding. But yeah, like you have to have a hard exterior and you have to be confident in yourself when it comes to being a content creator. And me wanting to do beauty and lifestyle content at the time was not happening because I was not confident. I was very insecure. I hated the way I looked. Because I was so sick. I could see that I was sick. I could see I was not feeling well. And I just didn't want to have to be berated with comments of people commenting on my physical appearance while also not being able to fully explain what I was going through because I'm sick and I have like so many things that I'm thinking about. And it's honestly not all the time y'all business. You know, like content creators can share what they want to share. And so I really hope that regardless of the things you may or may not like in this video, you take away or at least respect the fact that I want to be more transparent with y'all in 2026, because me just pushing out Sims content or like going ghost for a couple of weeks, I really hope I don't do that as much in 2026. Not saying it won't happen, but I hope that expressing myself more and telling y'all what's going on with me and telling y'all how I feel through these fine wine episodes and other content that I'll be creating on my social media and on YouTube will help y'all understand like my mindset when it comes to content creating and just when it comes to like life in general. Yeah, next on the list, 2026 plans for dating, y'all. So 2026, I quit dating. Like I'm just kidding. I have been single for 3 years. It'll be 4 years at the end of 2026. I am in no rush to get into a relationship. I'm actually very happily single, and I hope to be happily single for the rest of 2027. And the reason why is because I have had such a chaotic time dating. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about me, but I'm a slow burn type of girl. I don't want to fall in love with you at first sight. Like I don't think that stuff is true. I think it's lust at first sight and people just be like over exaggerating, overselling it. Like I'm the person who's not gonna say I love you till like we 9 months in. Like I need the full pregnancy. I need the baby to be fully formed before I'm like, yeah, I love you type of stuff. Like, and as a lesbian, that's a full sentence right there. But as a lesbian, that is just not the case. And I'm very straightforward, y'all. And many of you have probably heard me say this before, or, oh, there we go. I almost lost my contour palette. But as many of you have heard me say before, I want 2 wives. I do. I want my 2 wives and I want my 2 girls for life. And I'm very straightforward about that when I'm dating. And I'm very straightforward about the fact that like I'm in no rush to get into a long-term relationship. I've been happily single for as long as I have been because I've been working. I've been through therapy. I graduated from therapy in 2025, y'all. Like, I didn't even know you could graduate from therapy. These other hoes couldn't have them, okay? Like I graduated from therapy. I was in therapy for 2 years, going consistently. It was like weekly at first and I hated it because I was getting dragged every session and my trauma was being unpacked and I was just like, I don't like this. This is too much. You need to leave. I wanted to tell my therapist that so many times, but I came, I prevailed, I conquered, and y'all hoes could never, no, I'm just kidding. Y'all could and y'all could. I am going to link, I found my therapist on blackgirlstherapy.com. This is not a sponsored video. Yeah, one of these days, these videos gonna get sponsored. I don't know when, but one of these days. But this video is not sponsored by nobody. But definitely go to blackgirlstherapy.com because I think that genuinely put my life on a completely different trajectory. I didn't think that therapy was really all that. People talk about therapy all the time and I didn't think that therapy was all that, but being in therapy and like dating and being on a journey of healing because you're never fully healed has taught me that so many people, particularly Black lesbians, because I only date other Black lesbians, are not. They are not healed. They are not doing the work to get on a path to healing. It's bad out here, y'all. You know, it's hard out here for a pimp. Let me stop. But it's hard. And I am in a place in my life. Who is that? Gone. I'm in a place in my life where I don't want things to be difficult. What's up? What's up? Is it time for you to eat? Oh, it's 6:30. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna be back. Let me feed them real quick. All right, I have to feed my children. They're out there nibbling. Back to what I was saying. Dating is extremely difficult in 2025 or 2026. Let me not say 2026. Dating was extremely difficult in 2025, and I am in no rush to date again. I'm very happy and content with being single for as long as my peace is protected. I'm just looking to have some peace and prosperity and pussy power, you know, all the P's together, the 3 P's, okay? And I don't want to complicate my life with a relationship. If the right person comes along, cool, but I'm off the dating apps. I'm not swiping on nobody new, and I'm happily single for 2027 and beyond, okay? And beyond. But yeah, if y'all know anybody, any black lesbians that are 6 foot plus with money and a job that don't be talking shit about people online, send them my way. But yeah, anyways, back to the topic at hand, because I still got like half a face to do and like a couple topics left. Digital blackface, so random, just jumping off of, you know, from one topic to another, because that's what these are about. And I'm just gonna be whining the whole time because it's called Fine Wine. I am sick of it, and I'm not gonna get on a whole tangent about AI because y'all, we not even gonna get started. But the amount of like black people who are not actually black but pretend to be black online, it's getting scary. And now you can actually use AI to pretend even harder that you're black. Like, nobody wants to be black, but everybody wants to be black. I don't get it. It's really confusing to me. It's one of the things that just never made any sense to me. It's one of the things, cranberry juice here. Okay. It's one of the things that every time I think about it, it pisses me off because y'all, as a openly, unambiguously black woman online, I have just seen so many people that are not black that want to profit from blackness and like, but also be in proximity to whiteness. And that's like a whole nother topic and a whole nother video that I'll be making. But I've just been seeing so many videos of like digital blackface, particularly for black women, that have really been pissing me off because we ain't never safe. If somebody ain't stealing our swag or stealing our hairstyle or stealing our routine or stealing our trend and calling it something else, now people are going to use AI to try to be black. And I just can't. And another reason for me why, another reason for me and why I do create a lot of black content, most of my Sims are black. Actually, I think all of my Sims are black except for like 2 that are background characters. And I make primarily black content, especially in this day and age where censorship is on a rise, and like I can't even curse on YouTube. Like y'all will probably hear several bleeps throughout this video because everything is being censored online. I don't want my story and other people's stories who are immigrants, who are lesbians, who are black women, who are polyamorous, who are part of marginalized communities that are currently trying to they're trying to erase us in real time. And I've talked to my mom about this too, because she's like, well, I don't want you posting about being a lesbian online. Obviously she ain't say it like that. My mama is a Yoruba woman, thick accent. You know, we from, you know, the land for real, the real motherland. West side till we die, okay? And she was just like, I don't want you. Mind you, my mom is a very Christian, she be on prayer lines hours a day. Very Christian, Yoruba Nigerian woman. She doesn't love that I like women. She actually probably, I don't want to say hate because my mom, hate is not a word we use in our house, but she don't like it. She probably praying, let a man find her. Let a man find her. I was like, no, not happening. But you know, we gonna let her pray her prayers. I do feel like she has a fear of me being honest and real about. Don't be doing that on my camera gone. They can see you. They can see you. They can see you licking yourself. Lick over there. Lick in the corner over there. Go there. Go right there. Okay, y'all, just ignore him if he do get to his business. Just let him get to his business respectfully. He cleaning up after he peed. They are house trained and they do pee on pee pads in house because I'm not walking in 20-degree weather to walk them to go pee every day. I actually got them when I was in Houston. If y'all don't know, I've had my boys since they were 6 weeks old, and they'll be 6 this year. 2020 was crazy. And yeah, it was too hot to be walking 6-week-old huskies in the Houston heat, 100-degree weather. They're Gemini babies, so you know, they were born in the summertime, so they were potty trained and they potty indoors, which is like a plus for me now that I'm back in Cleveland, because it's too cold to be walking them every day. But they do have a large apartment that they run around regularly. Usually after Gone Poops, he gets the zoomies, so that'll run him out. But anyways, back to what I was saying. My mom basically is just like, you know, she doesn't want me to post certain things and say certain things. And I get it, because she's a mother and she loves me and I love her. But I had to tell her, I'm like, Mom, I want to be able to look back at my content 10 years from now and know that I was talking about shit that mattered to me. I like The Sims, don't get me wrong. The Sims is probably not going to matter to me in 10 years time. When I was traveling, because I've been traveling, what is this? My bad, y'all, I'm switching brushes and everything. I was traveling for work a lot the second half of the year, like back to back to back. And I was blessed enough to go see my twin sister in Thailand together. I haven't seen her in person in over a year and I missed her a lot. I didn't realize how much I missed her and how much I miss her now until I went to see her, and I'm like, I want to see you again sooner, but you're so far. 22 hours, y'all. 22 hours. That flight, 22 hours there and back. Just, yeah. And then the flight back got delayed by 12 hours. So it turned into a whole 34-hour travel day. Y'all. But anyways, I really missed her, and it made me realize how much like I enjoy playing my Sims game and not making content out of it. Like, I played with my personal save file with the Brown Chance family. If y'all, you know, saw the community post, they were their little, you know, cute family. And I realized, I'm like, damn, like I miss just playing The Sims to just play and like have it be my escape from reality. Making The Sims into content was probably one of the worst ideas that I had at the time. It was the best idea it was probably one of the worst ideas that I had in hindsight, because at the time I needed it as an escape, but I ended up posting about it because I'm like, I'm not posting enough content. People are subscribed to me, people want to see what I'm up to, so let me start posting The Sims content. That was like my mindset, but it kind of ballooned into what it is now, and I'm so grateful for all 20K of y'all that are subscribed to me, because I'm like, 20,000 people. You know how many 20,000 people like in the auditorium? You know how many people that is? That's a lot of people. That's stress. Actually, I don't have stage fright as bad as I used to. But y'all, that's crazy. Like, I'm gonna be singing in front of 20,000 people one day. I don't know when, but one day. You know, that's a lot. And so I feel like for me to have gained that much of a following just from Sims content is honestly a blessing, and I'm grateful for every single one of y'all. I'm grateful for the ones of y'all that are not subscribed to me. You should subscribe, like, subscribe, comment, pow. But for those of y'all who have been subscribed to me since I've been making beauty content and are still watching me for Sims, for those of y'all who just subscribed today or subscribed a couple days ago or whatever, I'm so grateful for y'all, because y'all, the reason I call y'all my stars is because y'all really bring light into my life. I have been through so many dark things and traumatic things that I didn't realize were trauma until I went into therapy and I graduated. And now that I am healing and like on the path of healing and like doing the work every day to regulate my emotions and, you know, manage my anxiety and my own perfectionism that I have to work through, I'm realizing that, like, girl, I ate that. Like, 2025, despite the struggles, despite the betrayals, the loss of friends and all this stuff, like, I continue to push forward and I continue to strive until I got what I wanted. I got a job that I wanted. I'm living a life that I'm slowly curating into what I want. And that, especially in this day and age, is truly a blessing that I don't take lightly. And I want y'all to be able to grow with me. I know that the Sims content is probably what a lot of y'all want to see from me, but I want y'all to be able to grow with me holistically as a person, grow with me my content creator journey, grow with me in general when it comes to the things that I want to talk about in life. And if that doesn't align with you at any point, no hard feelings. I'm not gonna be mad if you unsubscribe. I'm not gonna be mad if you choose to I'm gonna be mad if you choose to leave a comment, because you ain't gotta say nothing rude. You can share your opinion, I'm not gonna hold you, but you don't gotta be disrespectful, I'm just a girl. Actually, I'm a woman. I'm just the woman. But yeah, I think, I treat y'all with respect. So I would hope that the same respect is given to me. And if it can't be, just block me and keep it pushing. Because I'm healing. I'm not fully healed. And I don't want to revert back to the petty Sarah, because I can be petty. Refreshing. Yes. Okay. Get my setting in here. Yeah, y'all. I really haven't done one of these in a long time, and I'm not gonna hold you. I ran out of topics. I feel like I had more to say. I still have an hour and some change before I have to leave to go out with my friend. I'm gone. So I'm just gonna Google some questions that I can answer and then chit chat, get ready with me, and hope that takes me to the end of my makeup routine. Gone. Thank you. I don't like none of these questions, y'all. I really don't. This is embarrassing. I really thought that I had more. I really thought I was a certified yapper, and I'm not. And now these, okay, well, while they play, I'm about to put on my little mascara real quick. Oh yeah, okay, that just made me think. So, streaming. Y'all, if you have seen me stream, you know more than anybody that I can never stay consistent with streaming. And this job in particular, this new job that I have, sometimes does require me to be available at like weird hours or on the weekends and stuff. So I will still not have a consistent streaming schedule. I know, beat me up. I know it's 2026 and everyone's like, I'm gonna be more consistent. Not me. I'm gonna show up as much as I can. And y'all already know what I'm about to say. Gone, Kilua, out. Or you wanna go to camera. Like, they stay doing the most when they know I'm trying to record. Anyways, so like I was saying, I'm not going to be consistent when it comes to things. In all honesty, I'm going to show up when I can. I know that's probably not what y'all want to hear as supporters. Like, y'all expect me to be dropping Sims content every week, it feels like. And I just can't. I can't show up that way this year, especially when it comes to Sims content in particular. Live streaming too. I want to move away from just doing game live streams. Like, I want to be able to do live streams where I'm doing my makeup and talking to y'all and just yapping and like looking cute and not having to worry about, did I put the did I put Turbo Driver sensor package back in the game? Or is my game gonna crash in the middle of me trying to stream? And am I gonna have to wait for this game to load for 30 minutes before I stream? Or there have been times where I've literally streamed, y'all. And there have been, I would say there was one time I streamed and somebody hopped into the stream and I was giving them tech support for like 20 minutes. They were asking me questions about their game. And mind y'all, like, I have a Sim Sensei sign up that you can do if you're interested in it. Actually, I think they're closed right now because, holidays. But I do have sessions that you can sign up for if you're interested and you need one-on-one help. No, it is not free because time is money. And I'm not rolling in dough. I'm not a billionaire. Those are the people we really need to be beating up, not the content creators. But I have sessions that are available if you need additional assistance. I cannot afford to be streaming and then people coming in, and I don't want to be rude because then, if you don't talk or you completely ignore people's questions, now I don't like people, now I'm stuck up, now I think I'm better than everybody, whatever the hell people want to say. So I have to do my own damage control and play tech support for free on a stream. That's crazy. That shit is crazy. And I don't want to do that anymore. So I instead of not streaming at all, because I had talked to some of my Sims friends, because there are people in the Sims community that I respect and that I talk to like on a weekly basis. It's really only like 4 5. It's enough. There is enough people in the Sims community that I've talked to. And like I said, I'm not looking for new friends in 2026, so it's very unlikely that I will be talking to that many new simmers. No offense, y'all, because the new simmers, they're talented. Y'all eat down. Y'all be, don't play with them, okay? Don't play with it, don't play with it. But yeah, I don't know everybody's true intentions. You know, people love to make group chats and talk. I'm not the one to just like pretend. And I don't want like to become cool with somebody who don't really like me. And I feel like the people who I still talk to in the Sims community are vetted and they're not weird. And I respect that. So yeah, will there be more collabs in 2026? Yes, I will be doing more collabs with Simmers in 2026. Those things take time. And I also recognize that like, I don't want to rush my content anymore. Like I said, there's 365 days in a year and I produced almost 200 videos in 365 days. Y'all know how crazy that is? Like, do y'all understand how like much work and time and effort goes into that? Just for somebody to be like, you need to be posting more. Let me not even, and like I said, I still love y'all. Even the ones that be like, you need to be posting more, I love y'all. But be for real. Like, you know how hard it is to produce it. And not only that, I'm making content, and then I'm posting it to multiple different platforms: Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, whatever the else platform that they gonna come up with in 2026 for the hell of it. Like, there are so many platforms that I post to on a regular basis, and it's exhausting and it's tiring, and I have to do my own comment moderation, all this stuff. And then I also work in social media for a living. So it's like double, it's like triple, quadruple. I'm always on social media and I hate it. I don't hate it, but I'm tired. It's too much. And oh, I gotta get some lashes on. It's coming along cute. Oh, my hair tied falling. It's coming along cute though. I need the lip and the, yo, I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I haven't beat my face in forever. Okay, lash glue and lip. That is the last step. All right, y'all, I'm gonna come back after I put my lashes on and do my lip gloss. But like I said, this whole thing, I'm going all over the place, but it doesn't matter because it's fine wine. I will not be streaming consistently. I will not be streaming consistently this year. I don't have it in me. I know this. And when I do stream, it will not always be The Sims 4. It might be another game. It might just be me beating my face. It might just be me talking to the camera and like yapping with y'all and like trying to get to know y'all. And I do want to push myself to be on TikTok more, like that, but also be on YouTube more. So just like bear with me while I go through the motions, because like I said, I started a new job a couple of months ago. This new job is different. The pacing is different than my other jobs. And so sometimes I need to be available at times where I'm not normally available. It's not like a normal 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. So just bear with me and like respect that I love y'all, respect that I care about y'all, respect that I want to give y'all content. And I will continue to give y'all respect as long as it's given to me. Don't go bully nobody. Don't go cuss people out on my behalf. Don't do crazy shit, because life is too short and I want y'all to live long lives with me so that we can yap about all this crazy shit that's happening in this country like 10 years from now when that nigga DT is dead. But yeah, I'm gonna come back once I have my lashes on and my lip gloss on and give y'all my final remarks. All right, I tried on a new lip gloss and new lashes. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I don't know. It's the lips that's throwing me off. It's too red. I'm about to like, you know, yeah. I don't know. I'm not big on different lip glosses, lip colors. My lips are already big and juicy. I'm gonna just go in with the gloss. I had went in with like a reddish liner to see if it'll make it cute, but it was giving more Ronald McDonald than baddie, you know? Okay. I like this. I like this. Very simple. It's been such a long time since I've done a lip gloss without lip liner, but like I was saying in the video, I hope that it wasn't too all over the place. I hope that y'all have a wonderful start to your 2026. I thank y'all for 20K in the Milky Way. I have a lot of things in store for this year. I have a lot of blessings coming to me, speaking it now, blocking out the evil eye, you know? Yeah, like I'm just very grateful for being able to be in this position at this time in the world, at this time in history. I'm going to be talking about a lot of stuff on my YouTube channel moving forward, stuff that's happening on social media, stuff in my personal life, health, Black women, why I love them so much, why I love us so much, my sexuality, just all types of things that I think after being on YouTube for 7 years now, 6 years, 6 or 7 years, it's long overdue for me to finally get back to my roots and start sharing the stories that I wanted to share this whole time that I wasn't able to. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, if you want to see more videos like this, please engage with me in the comments. Like, you guys having conversations with me and commenting on these videos, hyping this video up, will help it boost in the algorithm, will give me more encouragement to create more videos like this. And yeah, I will still be making Sims content. I will still be doing giveaways on EA's dime until like 2027 when the buyout is officially done, and then I will be leaving. But yeah, just give me grace, give me understanding. I'm not perfect, I'm human just like you, and I am going to make mistakes. There will be times where I don't have the full story and I make a mistake, or I make a decision based off of a censored or filtered choice that I was given. So, you know, be willing to educate me, and, you know, I will try to do the same for y'all, because no one can be expected to know everything. But I hope that you guys give me the grace to learn along the way in front of 20,000 of y'all, because it's a lot of pressure. But they say pressure makes diamonds, and you know, bling bling over here, bitch, bling bling. Okay, but yes, if you like the video, make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, and let me know what y'all want me to talk about next in the comment section. Like, what do y'all want to hear about from me? What tea do you want me to spill? Like, you know, because we can spill a little tea just on the YouTube. You know, I can't be putting on all my other socials. Like, we gang, we locked in for life over here. So yeah, let me know what tea y'all want me to spill, and yeah, I will see y'all on the next one. Bye y'all.